Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. So the trio has finally been cast. So they've cast Dumbledore, they've cast Snape, McGonagall, Hagrid, but not Harry Potter himself. You know, this show is supposed to be put into production fairly soon, and we still didn't have the trio, but apparently we do now, and this is apparently them right here. And I mean, just naturally they already kind of it's just weird. It's like seeing Daniel Radcliffe the first time. You're so used to seeing him with, the Harry Potter glasses that you see him without them, and they're like, that's that's wrong. But yeah, we have these three kids. I don't know if they have any credits to their name or if they're kind of like the other three where they were just like, oh, we're just young plucky kids and this is our first time role. But HBO's Harry Potter series casts new trio for iconic roles as Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Hermione, of course. The Wizarding World has found its new stars. HBO has officially announced the three young actors who will step into the roles of the core trio: Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Ron Weasley for its upcoming Harry Potter television series. Dominic McLaughlin has been cast as Harry Potter, joined by Arabella Stanton as Hermione Jean Granger, and Alistair Stout as Ronald Bilious Weasley. The casting marks a major milestone for the series, which held an open call auditioning for 30,000 hopefuls from around the world. Yeah, see, it's like, and then he takes them off, and you're like, it's the same thing. He's got the right look. It's just the glasses. Once he has this, I mean, if this is how he naturally dresses, he already dresses like Harry. So, there's that. In a joint statement, for showrunner Francesca Garnier, and executive producer director Mark Mlad praised the new trio after an extraordinary research led by casting directors Lucy Bevins and Emily Brockman. We are delighted to announce that we have found our Harry, Hermione, and Ron. And these are my friends, Donald and Goofy. Sora, Donald, and Goofy. That order every time. It's usually Harry, Ron, and Hermione, but they're going against the grain for this because H's become the H comes before the R, so alphabetically. The talent of these three unique actors is wonderful to behold, and we cannot wait for the world to witness their magic together on screen. While the original film cast film trilogy launched Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint into global stardom, HBO's new stars are largely fresh faces. McLaughlin recently acted in Grow, a Sky comedy starring Nick Frost. Oh, so he's already acted alongside another cast member because Nick Frost is playing Hagrid. So that's pretty cool. And Golda Rosheville. Stanton starred in Matilda. Matilda and the West End's Matilda the musical from 2023 to 2024. Okay, so South's role in Harry Potter marks his first major acting credit. So Ron is the only one who doesn't have any kind of acting credit to his name. Okay, I mean, being able to work with someone who's already in the cast, that makes things easier, especially when it comes to direction or just making him feel good. It's like, oh man, I'm so scared. And I mean, because Nick's playing Hagrid, so he's gonna be pretty much everything. So if this kid needs someone to go to, he can go to person who he's already worked with before. They joined an already high-profile supporting cast. You have John Lithgow as Dumbledore, Janet McTeer as McGonagall, Hoffa Sidhu as Severus Snape, Dick Frost as Rubius Hagrid, Luke Fallon as Quirinius Quirrell, Paul Whitehouse as Argus Filch. Let's see, behind the scenes. The series is written and executive produced by Francesca Garnier and produced and associated with a Bronte film and TV and Warner Brothers Television. Mark Millard is directing multiple episodes. Oh, Game of Thrones. Also attached to the project is J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter novels. Rowling is credited as an executive producer alongside Neil Blair. Um, David David Heyman's back. That's cool. Controversy and commentary. Rowling's inclusion has sparked media scrutiny due to her outspoken political positions. The extreme idea that biological men can never become biological women. Oh no. The gall of her. That's her position. That's what they're so mad about her saying that biological men can never become biological women. I fail to see the problem. When asked about this in a recent interview on the Town podcast, HBO content chief Casey Bloys responded, "We already have a show on HBO from her called CB Strike that we do with the BBC. It's pretty clear that those are her personal political views. She's entitled to them. Harry Potter is not secretly being infused with anything, and if you want to debate her, you can go onto Twitter." One casting decision has already sparked intense online debate. Papacito's selection as Severus Snape. Yeah, I mean, you have people even on the left side who would normally cheer the diversity. It's like, so you've cast a black man as a man who's constantly mocked and ridiculed and made fun of and tortured. So, like, what is it going to be about him being black now? Because the whole reason, he's the way he is because James was James, Sirius, Remus. They were just complete douchebags to the guy, mostly James. And it's because of his appearance, the hook nose and all that. So what is it going to turn into a racism thing now? Like, oh yeah, James Potter is making torturing this guy because he's black. So even hardcore fans and hardcore people on the left are like, this is not a good choice. This is not a good choice. Now it's going to be turned into a race. It's like what was I talking about? Magneto. Talking about making him black. It's like that takes away the whole purpose of Eric's story. With the Holocaust and stuff like that, they changed him to be black. It's like it takes away the character. But whatever. Is acclaimed. While Sidhu is an acclaimed British actor known for roles in I May Destroy You and Gangs of London, his casting drew backlash from fans who argue the character should resemble the description in the original books and Alan Rickman's portrayal in the films. Like, obviously, you don't have to try to with Alan. No one is going to even compare to Alan Rickman. And I've said this every single time, is the reason he was able to do it so well, it was because he knew Snape's story before the end of from the first movie. He knew where Snape was headed. Snape was one of those characters that JK always had a vision for, who she always knew what his end was going to be. And she was like, oh yeah, hey, by the way, this is what happened. This is your motivation. This is what happens to your character. This is why you do the things you do. And he was able to use that. So there's no one who could even come close to Alan Rickman. It doesn't matter if the dude was white. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter. It's Alan fucking Rickman. No one is ever going to even hold a candle to this guy. That is how fucking legendary he was. But like I said, people even on the left are like I'm normally great with that diversity stuff, but Snape's character constantly bullying and everything. So what is it going to be a race thing now? Is it's James Potter going to be a racist? So, critics of the decision claim HBO prioritized modern identity-driven optics over accuracy to source material, further fueling concerns that the series may be influenced by current cultural trends. HBO has not commented on that particular backlash, but many online discussions remain divided, especially among Lifetime fans who view Snape as one of the franchise's most complex. And yeah, he is. Like, he is Like, I think of character development, or not really, well, you can say character development. Like, of any character, he is the most complex. Like a triple, double agent. He's like, you don't know where his loyalties lie until the very end. And even then, you still question it. And then at the end, he does something once again that's like, holy shit, this dude playing fucking 5D chess here. Able to just, keep Voldemort out of his fucking mind. I mean, Voldemort, the dude who can look into anyone's mind. Nope, not Snape's. You don't know what the man is thinking. You only know what he wants you to know. And then, seeing Snape's memories in the movie, like, I've seen so many people watch that scene, and no one can ever make it through without at least tearing up a little bit, because it is so emotional because of Alan Rickman and how amazing he is. Because Snape, again, Snape is one of the characters. She always knew what was going to happen. While she had debated other characters, like, oh yeah, I at one time I wanted to kill off Ron, but then I decided to just injure his father. And that was the thing. She actually did legitimately want to kill Ron off. But then she just kind of settled on injuring his dad a little with Nagini in the Ministry of Magic. But yeah, it's Alan Rickman. No one can even hold a candle to this guy. So the controversy echoes similar debates around legacy character reboots in recent years, placing even more scrutiny on HBO's approach to honoring the world Rowling originally created. The casting of the new Harry Potter trio was surrounded by speculation as to whether they would adhere to the original descriptions of the characters for Rowling's novels. The character of Hermione in particular was race swapped in the Broadway show Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and everyone's like, why is Hermione black? And then J.K. Rowling was like, well, I never said that Hermione was white. But then you look at like passages in the book, and it's like, yes, she is. Yeah, you describe her as white. Production beginning soon. First season set to begin this summer, so very soon. Release sometime in 2026. The show is expected to adapt Rowling's 7-book series across multiple seasons, aiming to offer a more faithful and detailed interpretation than the original films. Remember when they made the first Harry Potter? It was so tough to get fan expectations right and reel in new and unindoctrinated fans. They pulled off an incredible. I mean, Harry Potter wasn't as known back then though, so people were willing to try it out. See, like, oh, what's this Harry Pooter? What's this Harry Pooter thing all about? So they were more inclined to try it, read the books or watch the movies or whatever. But now, it's just like in Harry's world. There isn't a person alive who doesn't know his name. It's it's like McGonagall says, it's like there's not going to be a child in our world or whatever that who isn't going to know his name. And it's the same thing in this world. In our world, there's just several characters who everyone knows. Harry Potter is one of them. It's like Mario. Like, everyone knows who Mario is. Everyone knows who Harry Potter is. If you meet a person and they say they don't know who Harry Potter is, they're fucking lying. But yeah, we got the cast of Harry, Ron, and Hermione. So again, they looked the parts. Especially, like I said, just put the glasses on him. He'll look just like Harry. Give him the glasses, get the lightning bolt scar. Will be right as rain. But it's about time. We were sitting here wondering when they were gonna cast the trio. Can't really have Harry Potter without Harry Potter. But anyway, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.